random acts of finance. ARKX, Cathie Woods' newest ETF. This one is for Space Exploration and Innovation ETF. And I just want to know what she was thinking, because this is the most, it should be called ARK random assortment of things plus space. That's
I think she got inspired by our name, so they were like, oh, we got started a new ETF.
I guess so. It's down 1% as of right now, which is fine. It's day one, not a big deal. But so this new ETF by ARK, some of the big companies, and we can get into it, that are here. The biggest value, or the biggest weight percentage, whatever I'm trying to say, is Trimble, which used to be that Google SketchUp. They bought SketchUp. They do all that SketchUp stuff. If you want to make a patio or something, I don't know. I don't know. I've never used SketchUp, so I can't comment on it. Then she uses her own ETF, 3D printing ETF, which is actually a pretty cool ETF. It has some cool stuff in there. I'm not in it right now, but I thought about it when it was there, but the market collapsed. Some other big names, some defense contracting companies, Lockheed, L3 Harris, Thales. Boeing does stuff for the government. Salt, that's another one, and a few more. Airbus as well, and then some random things that you wouldn't feel like are innovation or space exploration. Alibaba, let's see, Alphabet. I mean, maybe they do space exploration. Amazon, kind of based on Jeff Bezos. So, with this list of 38 companies that are been invested in, what do you guys think about this ETF? I'm gonna kick it to Anish.
I mean, I see the future. I mean, some companies, like you said, like they don't make sense and why they would be in there, like Netflix. Like, what could they have to offer? But I mean, there's some things that I see that could have companies that in the future they want to build stuff, like John Deere. Like, they could be building like mining machines for space. Like, you never know. Like, there's possibilities. So I see the future in it. So I see good reason to invest in it. So
when we go to Mars, we're gonna have to mow our lawns there.
That's
too, right?
exactly what I was thinking. I was like, John Deere is gonna come up with the lawnmower that has to mow lawns up there.
Yeah, no, I think they like doubled into that. I think they have some Chinese replica of John Deere also on there. They're just doubling up just to make sure one breaks. The Chinese company there to fix it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, so. I know you guys looked into it. Did you guys pick it up? And we get into our ARKX yet? Or
I thought today was the 29th. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought today was the 29th. I was like, it's gonna come out tomorrow, and then I realized it started. I'm just gonna see how it plays out. I feel like a lot of the companies in there already are in other ETFs that I have. So it's like, I mean, I'm already in like 80% of the stuff. Like, I'm already paying a fee somewhere else. So why pay?
Yeah, I feel like like we talked about. It's like half the companies in there are like play for the next like 2 years to 5 years, whatever, and then half the other companies are like the next 20-30 year play. So we're like, that's where you would have, I guess that's where the balance is. That's where though you get those companies that you're already invested with other ETFs and or maybe you just own that security by itself. But I think that's where it kind of goes weird with the whole innovation and exploration together. Because some of the companies, yeah, they may innovate in the near term, some will be in the long term. So
I still think if you're going to invest in an ARK like ETF, their genomics one is going to be big sooner, in my opinion. And I think their overall, just their innovation one is also really solid. And they have the Israel one with the Israeli companies, and those are all really strong ones. I'm trying to look up which ones. I'm in a few ARK ones, so I'm forgetting one that I'm also in.
I'm in ARK G, ARK K, and
ARK Q. Which one's that one? That's the autonomous technology and robots one.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I'm in that one.
That's the other one I'm in. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, and I mean, I have no basis to doubt what Cathie Woods is doing. She's my chamath, right? But I mean, it seems weird to say the least. I don't follow her blindly. I keep one eye open. I'm like, where are we going, Cathie? It's dark in here. That was funny. But yeah, I mean, it's just weird because I feel like those companies are in her own like other ETFs. Like, I don't feel like there's something new in there, in my opinion. Maybe Trimble is. I don't know word for word every single like company she's invested in, but I'm surprised no Tesla's in there for something that's innovation. Why is Tesla not in there?
I think she just got bored of putting Tesla in every single one of her
Yeah.
positions.
Like if I get on CNBC one more time, and they ask me about Tesla. I swear to God, I'm gonna smack the man over there.
I'm just waiting for her to come up with ARK IPO. So all of Chamat's stocks in one.
I don't feel like she's doing that one.
I'm
but this
surprised
was-
she doesn't come out with ARK T. It's just Tesla. That's it.
True. That's the whole
Already
thing.
exists. It's called Tesla.
She's
No,
gonna
that's
buy
like-
and sell for you. You know, and that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, she has the ARK. Oh, she has a fintech one. I'm not in that one.
Yeah, this is my first ARK ETF that I've gotten into. I've looked into a couple of them, but from the money I have available right now that I want to put in, so I bought this for our challenge portfolio, so didn't have much to work with. This is the one I want to go with. Plus, it didn't IPO at a pretty bad price. It was started off at like 2050, hit a high of 2070, and then lowest it got was like close to 20. And end of day, as of right now, it's I believe it's $20, 2030, so not too far from opening price. And where I bought it, I'm up on it, so I'm happy with that.
One company on here really sticks out to me is Virgin Galactic. Earlier today, of course, Chamat tweeted something, so I looked. Virgin Galactic unveiled their like new spaceship or whatever. Yo,
It's
that
the
thing
concept,
looks,
right?
That thing looks legit.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's the concept though. They're trying to get
it
you
just-
hyped.
I'm really hyped. It got me hyped. It succeeded.
I'm looking at this list more and more, and I'm like, not half, but like a third of this list feels like government contractors with defense contracts, and I'm like, I just called like I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I mean, we can't really call it that, you know, because we're not on Mars yet to start wars, so they have to fly that under the radar.
like I'm looking at all these companies are just like a lot of these companies have something to do with like government contracts. I'm like, it's called like the defense ARK Defense or whatever. Like, like what is a real space company in this one, except for Virgin Galactic? Like,
I mean,
purely
I guess maybe Amazon with Blue Origin, but I don't know if they're still under the
separate.
same umbrella. Yeah,
Lockheed
okay.
Martin makes rocket. Don't they make like missiles and like they could help with rocket development?
Yeah.
I guess, but like
Yeah, I'm sure they probably own like underlying pieces, not
Yeah.
space exploration
Yeah.
directly. It's probably just underlying pieces, you know.
I just think it's a really weird concept of half of these companies don't make sense. Like, unless someone can tell me what Alibaba is doing in space, I don't know. Like, I don't think they're doing anything. It's I get that it's for returns earlier, but like, I feel like if you're doing a space play, you know it's a 10 to 20 year play.
Yeah, but I think it's not a pure space ETF. There's innovation. It doesn't have to be space innovation, right?
It has an innovation one. I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the part
I
I
think
don't
this is
get it.
probably catered more towards space innovation, or just innovation that would lead to
Yeah.
like having
stuff.
livable, like livable environment or something that has to do with that.
I'm a Cathie Woods truther, so I mean, I will probably get into this. I'm not getting into it right away, but if it follows the trajectory of everything else she's done, this $20 a share like ETF is going to be 45 by the end of the year. So I mean, there's Google in there. There's just from a purely investment standpoint. If I get off the idea that it's supposed to be space, Google's in there, Amazon's in there, Netflix is in there. You have like Lockheed, who's getting bigger contracts. Has I think their net revenue is $50 billion a year. Apple's is 100, so they're half an Apple. That's pretty good. So I mean, really,
Why
we're a
don't you
money
just buy
play.
those companies?
Could I mean, it's just to be honest, like not to sound lazy, but it's hard to track that many companies. It's a little bit easier just to track the ETF, and it's a little bit less like risk, right? Like I don't know, like tomorrow if Lockheed loses their biggest contract, I'd be screwed, right?
I think most of these contractors, their 80% of the business is like government contracting. I think even if they lost their biggest contract, it wouldn't really hurt them that much.
But you know what I mean? Like I don't know what happens tomorrow. At least
Yeah.
I have exposure in other places. Like
Right.
yeah, so that's the only reason.
I think I understand. Yeah, it's definitely a safer play for sure, especially with the newer ETF. You know, there's no track record.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys gonna get into this one or?
I mean, I'm in. Yeah.
I'll see. You know, maybe once the market recovers, if I have some money to play with, I'll throw it in.
Is anybody invested in other ARK stuff?
Yeah, I'm in ARK G and ARK K.
Gotcha.
That's the two that I'm in.
I need to do a little bit more.
I think I'm on the
research
same
into
boat
ARK.
as you, Gogia, in terms of the genomic stuff. I think it's a big play. So
I don't think you can go into any of the. I mean, risk level, your own risk level, but I wouldn't feel comfortable going into any of those companies like by themselves. 'Cause it's you
exactly.
can go under tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing with like pharmaceutical related companies. It's like you never know. They could have one missed trial or one missed like show and then it's done.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see if anyone invests. Is this Anisha? Is this in your $1,000 portfolio?
Yeah, it is. It's
we could track
actually my largest holding in there.
All right, well, let us know next week how it's doing. That's because I don't think I'm gonna get into it this soon, so I want to see how it's going. Cool. Well, it's another episode of Random Acts of Finance. Let us know if you're investing in this ARK ETF, and if you're not in this one, which one are you in? From like at least a tech standpoint. How does this compare to the other tech standpoint one? Make sure you subscribe. Okay, bye now.